Sorry, online, you are muted. You are muted, but now you are on. So we want to start on branch accounting. And we are saying a branch is just an extension of a business in different geographical areas in order to meet the customer needs. So how should you maintain those books at the branch and the ones in the head office? So before we go into details, can you write those notes which I've shared with you? I'll share in the group. Finish, we go through, then we can see which question to do. Online, I don't know what is happening, but I hope now you can hear me. It keeps on. I don't know what is the issue, but I hope you can hear me now. So I'm saying we are starting on branch accounting, and I've shared with you the notes. I'll share with you the notes in the group. Can you write those notes in the next few minutes? They are very few. We discuss, then we move forward. I shared before coming to class. I hope they are there. Yes, please can you copy those notes very fast? Then we continue. They are very few. So copy very fast. Hey, so we are saying a branch is an extension of a business in different geographical areas in order to meet the customer needs. Head office needs to account for all its branches due to the following reasons. So these reasons are also the advantages. You can be asked by examiner that you explain the advantages of accounting for branches or why, reasons. So one, to evaluate the performance of each branch, to enhance transparency and accountability in the branches, for resource allocation to different branches, and for key decision making. Then types of branches, we have two of them. We have autonomous branches. Autonomous branches are the independent branches, and we have local dependent branches. So let's start with the dependent local branches. These are branches whose books of accounts and transactions are maintained by the head office. So they don't maintain their own books of accounts. All the books are maintained by the head office. The head office controls all the operations of the branch. So characteristics of dependent branches: one, they don't maintain their own books of accounts, i.e., the books are maintained in the head office. Then all daily sales must be remitted to, not by, must be remitted to the head office, must be remitted to the head office. So whatever they collect in cash on daily basis must be taken to head office. They don't make independent local purchases. All goods are sent from the head office. All cash utilizations must be authorized by the head office. Note, the head office maintains the following ledger accounts to keep proper records on behalf of the dependent branches. One, there is what we call branch inventory account. That is the branch stock account. So these accounts are in the head office, but the head office prepares if they are the branch, but they are maintained in the head office. So they record as if they are the branch. So branch stock account, this account is maintained by the head office to record the goods that had been sent to the branch and any other transaction related to sale of such goods. This account is maintained at cost plus profit. That is cost plus markup, which is the selling price. So head office maintains it at cost plus markup so that we can know at what value are the goods in the branch. Then we have branch markup account, which is also known as branch adjustment account. It records the expected profit from the goods that had been sent to the branch. The balancing figure in this account represents gross profit margin realized. Goods sent to branch account. This is an account of the head office which records cost of goods sent to the branch. Branch debtors account, which is receivable, it records all credit sales to third parties. The balancing figure represents total credit sales. Cash account records all the cash receipts and payments. Then I want us to check an illustration. So there's a question I've shared in the group, the one I've given you. So go to the group, there is a handout question there, which I want us to check. But before we check, there is something I really want you to understand. In the branch, goods are maintained at cost plus what? Markup, which is the selling price, not at cost. So let's read this question. Sellwell Limited as a head office in Nairobi and 2 branches in Meru and Eldoret. The head office sends goods to Meru and Eldoret at a markup of 1/4 and at a profit margin of 1/4 respectively. So can we do that profit analysis? So I want us to do profit analysis. Profit analysis. Profit analysis. It's not one. So profit analysis to Meru. Meru, how are they selling goods? But a margin, how about a markup? Markup of. So in case you will big margin, so in the stock account, it will be maintained at cost plus this. But if you want margin in Meru, if markup is 1/4, margin will be 1/5. 1/5. Then to Eldoret, how are they sending goods to Eldoret? Margin, They were sending at margin of 1/4. So if margin is 1/4, markup is 1/3. Correct. So those are our profit policies. So what you need to know, goods are in the stock account. Stock account we maintain at cost plus markup. Cost plus markup in the stock account. Let's continue reading. The following transactions took place during the period. So there was inventory on 1st September, goods sent to branch, goods returned by customers to head office, cash received from debtors, discount allowed, bad debts written off, cash remittance, expenses paid by the branch, cash balance, debtors balance, cash balance, debtors balance. During the month, goods that had cost the head office 4,500 were transferred from Eldoret to Meru. Cash worth 2,000 was transferred from Eldoret to Meru. Meru branch returned goods worth 3,000 to the head office. Required branch inventory account, branch markup account, branch debtors account, branch cash account. Let's start with the branch inventory account. So we are doing for each branch, both Meru and Eldoret. So right there, branch inventory account. Who comes from Meru here?
Me.
Oh, she comes from Meru.
Yes.
Oh. What is the distance from Nairobi to Meru? How many hours?
Maua is around 8 hours.
Unajua kwa wenyewe. Aweza kupanga kuenda kwenye You measure from where? How do you measure the distance? Huh? From
Town.
which town?
Here in the CBD.
Where?
From when you start.
You can't guess. If you don't know, you can't guess. You know Nairobi starts from where? The distance when you measure from Nairobi to somewhere. You know where it starts from?
They measure it after each. There's a sign up there where they get going to make where is
Even in country pass, there's something like that. Nairobi starts at you know this small National Archive. There is something at GPO. Yes, there's a small archive there. That is where Nairobi started. That was the first Nairobi. Yes, that small museum at around Nyayo roundabout there. Before you go to Urupa.
Yes.
That is where Nairobi starts. All measurements are taken from there. Which? That was the first house in Nairobi there. When Kenyatta used to pass here, walking alone, and there were a lot of lions around. But that's where Nairobi starts. The bearing of Nairobi starts at GPO. So you don't start from Githurai, then you say now we are starting. Wangili. You don't start from anywhere. So can you start? So you start here by saying balance brought down. They were dealing with the month of September. So what was the stock on 1st of September? Are you seeing 10-10?
Yes.
So 10. Goods sent to branch. So goods sent to branch, in the branch, it will be debited. Actually, this account is debited with goods coming in. And goods leaving, we do what? We credit. So goods sent to branch, how much? 50-40. 50-40. Then cash, no. Discount, no. Burdens, no. Cash, no. Expenses, no. Cash, no. Debtors, cash, debtors. Nothing. During the month, goods that had cost the head office 45 was transferred from Eldoret to Meru. From Eldoret to Meru means you remove them from Eldoret by crediting Eldoret, then you debit Meru, what you call contra entry. So to Meru, we will remove them from Eldoret. Then from Eldoret, you put them in Meru. So don't capture that value. That value is not the value to be recorded. Read what the examiner is saying. During the month, goods that had cost the head office, how much? So they're supposed to be removed from Eldoret. You know, when you're removing from Eldoret, you are removing the goods which are here. Sure. It is either inside 10 or 40. But back in your mind, you know that these goods never came or were not recorded here at cost. They must be recorded at cost plus markup. Sure. So when you are removing, you don't remove the cost. You see, they are saying 45 was costs. So you cannot eliminate costs because initially we know, even if they don't say, these goods were not received at cost. There is no way head office can send goods to the branch at cost. They must send at cost plus markup. So if you are eliminating, you eliminate at cost plus what? Markup. So let's check. To Meru, the goods were 45, but 45 was the cost. So you add. What was the markup in Meru? So check our profit policy up there. Meru was 1/4. So 1/4 of 45. So the total value of those goods should be this one here. Can you calculate that? It is? So you add to get the total. 50? 57? Yeah.
For the price plus
56.25. So the total is 56.25. So it means here you eliminate them at 56.25. A quarter of this is the profit. Maybe. Are we together? What's happening? What are you not getting? Because I can see you're not getting here. That call has distracted you. No, you shall overcome. For God. Then from Eldoret, let's check how we're supposed to record it in Meru. So in Meru, from Eldoret, Meru are going to receive it at 45, but at their profit policy. What is the markup in Meru? Meru markup. In fact, you people, we have done something wrong. Eh? Check here. Eldoret will record cost plus markup. Markup in Eldoret is sure. Eh? Then in Meru is where we need to record at cost plus a quarter. Sure. So what we have done, this one here, the 56.25 is how it should be received in Meru. But from Eldoret will remove at 45 plus a third of 45. You know the profit policies are different. So that's very possible. You cannot sell the same product at the same price in different branches. Sure. So there is nothing hard there. The way I know you people, you're just tightening your head for no reason. You know, Meru, where's Meru? Meru, goods are supposed to be recorded at cost plus markup. What was the cost of those goods? 45. Can we record that cost? No. Load up markup. Markup is that markup in Meru is a quarter. So Meru is supposed to record 45 plus a quarter of that, which is 56.25. So this is wrong. It should be, this one is how it should be received in Meru, 56.25. But from Eldoret we record at cost plus markup, and markup in Eldoret is a third. So a third of this plus that comes to 6,000. So from Eldoret, you eliminate them at 6. You eliminate them at 6. I will proceed. We proceed. Proceeding means check number 2, cash no. Number 3, Meru branch, return goods worth. Worth means at selling price, 3,000 to the head office. So you credit the account to head office. To head office, the return goods worth how much? 3. So you credit out the account. I don't see anything else which can affect this account. So when we will sell credit sales, which you don't have, you will subtract them. Though we don't have now, but we will get. Cash sales. So if you are not given the sales, you will get them. This one by preparing the receivable, this one by preparing cash account. So have that. All right, so those ones, they will come later. Then from there, we will get balance carried down. So God will bring the answers. Don't worry.
You said that credit sales is reward.
To get it.
Yes.
Credit.
When you're dealing with the from the that account.
Where we will get, or yes, when you prepare receivable, you will get credit sales.
Yeah.
When you prepare cash account, you will get cash sales.
When you come here, you will subtract just that.
So you see, by crediting means you have subtracted. See, a credit here means you have, because you receive this, then when you sell, just look at the supermarket. When they receive the debit, when they sell, they credit the account. The stock, yes.
Amen.
All right, so leave this account pending with those things. Let's proceed to the next one. The next one, they want us to prepare what? Markup account. All right, so draw the same thing, branch markup account. Branch markup account, markup. Branch markup account. So branch markup account. Growing up, the current regime, have you realized people have changed? There's a story I was making with my friend just a few minutes before class, and I noticed the same. Because most of you are working. Have you realized people have developed jealousy in the world? That even if you have a new tie like this one for Ken, someone just get mad at you. This jealousy used not to be there. It is true. And why?
So we can press.
To press who? Okay. And if you just buy a new shirt, it becomes even they want to do it for you in the office. Can you check petty cash?
Even if you are, if accountants come together, then see someone.
All this is because of the status you post nowadays. It is because of your social media. Huh? Yeah. They borrow. Or it is the other person thinking people are against us while people are not against us. But once you learn to mind your own business, even you coming to class, is everybody happy in that office? They can bring you problems. Especially when the accountant, the chief accountant has not finished CPA. What are you saying? Well, oh, you have cut them here. I have this account, but that one is not maybe that one can't hold water. So if someone if someone tells you let's not trade, you also say yes, we are okay. So branch markup account, listen to this. No, first of all, what you have written about that account. Can you read your notes, what you have written about that account? Yes, yes. The expected profit from the goods that had been sent to the branch. So it is normally done against this account. Yes. So you check this account. These are the stock. When you want to do this thing well, just check head office and branch. We pick Naivas. Naivas as a head office. They send goods to the branches. Sure. So they send a cost plus markup. So in the branch, these are the goods which were received. So they are lying in the branch. So head office needs to know in these goods, how much profit do we expect? And those profits are credited to this account. So this account is credited with the expected profits. So the long way goes this way, but I will want you to follow the short way. The long way is this. For example, okay, in Meru goods are being sent at cost plus markup of what fraction?
5,000.
Huh? A quarter. A quarter is what percentage? I want everybody to be there. In Meru, for example, the goods were being sent at cost plus markup, and markup was a quarter. A quarter in percentage is 25. So I want to pick this one only to show you the long way, then I will go for the short one. For example, the 10, if I say 10 was equivalent to 125, is that okay? Because cost is 100%, then markup 25%. So it means the goods are at 125. Is that okay? Yes. What about markup account only needs the markup itself, which is what percentage? 25. So you will take 25 over 1, 25 times what? 10. So this one will be taking you long process to do for each. So what you do when you want to prepare markup account, leave that name markup. This account is maintained at profit margin. Because if you check this one, 25 over 125 is 1 over 1 over 5. And 1 over 5 is the margin in Meru. Sure. Yeah, so there is no, you will just be wasting time. If you do this for each, it will take you a lot of time. So markup account, it is a profit account actually. It's the profit account. Maintain it at profit margin. Then you will move very fast. So the profit margin in Meru was 1 over 5. And Eldoret, 1 over 4. 1 over 5, 1 over 4. So maintain that account at profit margins. Profit margins. You have understood why you have come for the margin? Yes. So we want to credit. We credit the account with the expected profit in the goods we had. So balance brought down. How much was the balance brought down in form of stock in Meru? 10. So a fifth of 10, 2,000. Eldoret opening was 10. And profit margin a quarter. So a quarter of 10, 2,500. Goods sent to branch. Goods sent to branch. So you check the debit of the stock account. Goods sent to branch 50, 40. How much? 10, because a fifth of 50 is 10. A quarter of 40 is 10. From Eldoret, the goods we received from Eldoret, Meru is expecting a profit of how much from those goods? A fifth of 56.25 is how much? Eh? 11.25. Correct. So record that. So we are done recording the profit we expect. The profit we expect from the goods we receive. Then we want to go to this side. So finish that. Okay. Similar, when you have received from Eldoret. What is the profit inside? 11.25. Alafu Meru, Eldoret wanaamua inside. Ile profit walikuwa na expect initially. Si goods zimekuja zimekea kwa stock. So Meru they wana expect. Let's go to the debit side. So debit side, I hope you are following keenly. The debit side records the unrealized profits. So unrealized, check here, is against now the credit of this side. You see, for example, we cannot tell Eldoret to give us a profit, hence their goods they have transferred to Meru. So that one you will remove. Removing means you debit the account. To head office, goods we have returned to head office, the same. Is that okay? So debit the markup account with unrealized profits. Unrealized profits are on the goods which have left our store and have not been sold. On sales, there is no problem. But the ones which have not been sold, they have not been realized. So you come here and say, to Meru, the goods we sent to Meru was having a profit of how much? 1,500. A quarter of the 6. It was 15, eh? 15. To head office, who returned? Meru. The return goods was 3. The margin is 1 over 5. So how much profit was being expected initially? 600. Then there is one which is not here and should be captured. Go back to the question. Go back to the question. Go back to the question. Are you seeing goods returned by customers to head office? So yes, goods returned to customers to the head office. Have you seen it? Yes. When customers return, I want you to listen to this. You know, when you sell, on your side, you have realized that profit. And that is why we will not come and bring sales here. But now some customers, we sold to them, instead of returning to us the goods, they return goods to the head office. That is why I never brought them back. You know, if they return to us, I will have debited the account. Because when goods comes back, you take them to the store. So you debit this account, but they never return them to us. We sold to them initially and we credited our account. Then instead of returning to us, they returned to head office. So in that case, the profit you were expecting to realize from those goods has not been done what? Realized. So you debit it here. So customers to head office. So can you give me the two profits using the figures which you can be able to see there? So apply the profit margins to those figures. You tell me how much. 36, and the other one? 36 is 1/5 of 180. Then the other one is 1/4 times 150, giving me 37.5. So now, yes.
Myself, if you sold to this particular customers at a branch level, why didn't we realize them as sales? That is like an income. Why didn't we credit them and then turn out to debit?
You know, here records and realize when you sell, I get what you're asking. When you sell, we deem that the profit has been done what? Has been realized. And whatever we're expecting, you know, the stock which were here are the ones which we sold. Yes? Maybe. The stock which were here are the ones which were sold. True. So when we sold, the profit is realized, and all those stock, we have captured their profits here as being expected to be done what? Realized. So the ones which have been realized, no problem. You leave them. The ones which have not are the ones we do what? We debit.
So the 36 is impossible. 10.
Yes. All which is happening here were part of this. So out of what we debited in the stock account, we expected this total profits. Then now the problem, there are some people who returned what customers. So you see, customers, they were part of sales. I know sales are the same stock we expected. Yes, so we move. So you will skip one line here. Then you say balance carried down. So balance carried down is the unrealized profit of the closing stock. Closing stock is what we are waiting for here in the inventory account, which we don't know. So once we get this, we will come and get this one. So leave it hanging. Leave it hanging. Let's go to the next required. What was the next required? Branch. So branch, trade what? Receivables. And just to prepare you mentally, latest Saturday next week, I'll be done with everything except nothing. Yes, by Saturday next week, latest actually. So prepare yourself. Meru, Eldoret, Meru, Eldoret. So have that. You shut up. Anyway, how do you go very fast? How about you?
That is the only content.
Very
That is the maximum.
Bravo,
Hiyo ndio mwisho basi. Kesho na kuna another step.
I'm recording. I'm recording. So we kick off. We kick off. Please just master small things in branch. I don't know why many students fear branch, but it's not hard. When you concentrate and you listen, it's not hard. Balance brought down. This is debtors accounts. So how much was the balance brought down? First, 840, 600. Can we come from top to check anything affecting debtors? Inventory, no goods, no goods returned by customers to head office. When customers return, don't tell them to pay. Sure, you credit. So returns. Where are you ahead of us? Returns 180, you are ahead. 150. Then cash received from debtors. So receipts 16,800, 14,200. Don't tell them to pay.
These customers that return will be sold to them
Definitely to be sold to them on because we are dealing with goods returned by customers. Do you know customers in accounting are need to be credit customers? Divers, you are not a customer of divers. The customer of divers are now like people who buy there. I don't know how to
So we
say.
have to assume we sold to them on free.
You think you are a customer of divers?
I am. Out of that.
You know, that was nice yesterday. This a group we were contributing for our wedding. Then there is this woman who just came and said, his card was swallowed by ATM while he was trying to withdraw 1 million. So he contributed to me. So are you the one?
I'm his nephew.
So they are credit customers. And then there is discount allowed. Discount allowed 360 to 70. Bad debts written off. Bad debts written off 90, 105. Cash remittance, no. Expenses, no. Cash, no. Debtors, no. Cash. Debtors, we have been given debtors at the end. Are you seeing that? So balance carried down. Balance carried down. 12, 8, 60. 12, then 8, 60. Discount allow which you're telling somebody pay me less 20 more. Alright, so listen to me here. We already have balance brought down and balance carried down. And ideally, for you to have carried down, it should be this minus all this. But already we have this. So if you have all that in trade receivables, then your balancing figure is credit what? Credit sales. That is how you get credit sales. If you have opening and closing receivables, then balancing figure will always be credit sales. So can you give me the credit sales as your balancing figures? The first one, 360. That is too small. Even if I have not that, it cannot be 360. Thou shalt not lie to elders. Give me. 17. And that's the only wisdom you have. 17. 790. Yes. And forget the other one. Lakini kuna mmoja anataka kufanya kijana. Sasa hivi mkata. Kwa nini unarudishia Mary? Nasema so for Eldoret 14. So those are the credit sales. So I'm saying when you are given brought down for debtors and carried down, automatically that person wants you to get credit what? Sales. And let's say you are the person in the store. You receive goods. When you receive goods, you record on the debit side of the stock account. When goods leave, you credit the stock so that you know when to make when to order. So when you sell, go back to the branch inventory. Please, let's go back to branch inventory account. Then we remove credit sales. It was not given before. So 17,790. Here we remove 14,985. Are we together? Yes. Then, next time when you say professor is still continuing, you tell that person like that. Then, baadaye unamwambia unajua tuambia hii PhD si rahisi. Then let's go to cash account. Let's go to branch cash account, which is the next required. So draw there very fast. Branch cash account. I'm really trying to take you slowly so that you don't get. Omeru, Eldoret. Eldoret, Meru. So well, you have said you come from Meru. Just be proud of where you come from. You come from Meru. So in our place, it is true.
Yes. It's true now, yes.
Yes.
Yes, in our place, Meru means
No matter.
your mother. Yes. Yes, that is the meaning. So when I'm in our village, then someone asks me, where are you going? Then I tell that person. That's the meaning. At least you have learned something. You did, but you will forget. Today at 10, or balance brought down. Balance brought down. Let's do cash account.
2,000.
How much? 2,000 for Meru.
1,000 for
1,000.
Hey, don't confuse the growth. Don't confuse between opening and closing. Opening was on 1st September. 2,000.
1,000 for you.
Be serious. Meru is 2,000.
Yes.
Eldoret
1,000.
1,000. Let's read from top down. I've seen people, you know, nowadays Kenyans are very funny. I've seen people talking of there's fund which has been given out. It is true.
The Asla.
The Asla funds.
Yes.
It's true.
But no, but it is being launched on 1st December.
1st December. But that issue of 500, it is true. People are just getting it.
500,000.
Is it 500 from 500 shillings to 50,000? Yes, alone. You must be a group of 5. So you have qualified for 500 shillings.
Even for guarantors, you have to have a
You have to have 4 guarantors.
4 guarantors.
From your family. 2.
Wait, 2 from
Your family.
your family
Yes, your family. Your mother, your father, your brother.
to borrow this one.
500,000. 1,000. Then if you don't pay the jail term and also the cash pay of
Now in US 500 is what USD? You know exchange rate today is around 120.
It's
$4.
4.2.
And the interest is
8%.
and for you to get this 500 you must be in a group.
Yeah. Not just a group. You have to have care in all of you.
We don't just meet here then we go for
You
it.
just have care. You be registered as a group. Good conduct all of you must have
Now Ken, you with 50,000 2 weeks. You alone. Or you can now give us. Let's check from top down. So inventory, goods, cash received from debtors. So receivables, debtors gave us 16,800. Then 14,200. But it's good. You know, Kenyans are crying that the inflation is high. I'm blessed to have foreigners in this class. Let me hear what is happening from abroad.
Yeah, sure.
Now, back to you people in the diaspora.
Here.
John and the rest, can you tell us How is the inflation in your countries? It is so high, or it is only in Kenya? Let's listen to this. Huh? No, I've muted them. They have to text. Or let me unmute. Let me unmute you so that you can talk. Tell us, so that Kenyans, John or Daniel, how are things outside there, so that Kenyans should stop making noise? How are things outside there?
Yes, Mwalimu.
Yes?
The one in Kenya is even better than here. Ours is more is
We can't hear you.
what they call hyper inflation. It is better high here compared to Kenya. Ours is the worst.
We can't hear you very well. I don't know. The voice.
My network is not okay, but I say the inflation here is worse than in Kenya. Ours is 3 digits, but for Kenya it's 1.
Yes, John is saying it is very high. Very.
Yeah, Kenya is better. Like I was reading.
Even South Africa is worse. You know what is happening, which people are failing to understand? With Africans mostly, people politicize everything. You know what's happening? As much as you refuse, you know, that issue of Ukraine and Russia is very sensitive. Then now you see in Africa again, Congo. You can't underrate Congo because you know the gold is there. And who are the gold owners? These big politicians. So then US, what they did, they increased the bond rate. You know, immediately you increase the bond rate, the people with money normally go and buy the bonds. So everybody in Africa, most African leaders, once the bond rate goes up, they steal from the country, then they go and do what? Invest. So they bought those bonds like 6 months ago. They bought the bonds. There is no money in circulation. Goods are not there because, as you know very well, like the Ukraine, what do we get from Ukraine? This wheat. Wheat.
We get fertilizers.
Yes.
And we get maize, around 20% of the world producing maize, and 30% of the world.
Yes.
15%.
So you see what is happening? You know, so now what is happening? The commodities are not there, and the money also is not there. So that is where the problem is coming. And the US really enjoys when people are at that stage.
Even Russia is going in recession.
So it is that, but it's okay, there's no problem. We shall overcome. Then we have 500 shillings. Now we proceed. No, it has nothing to do with the situation. Discount allowed, no? So Daniel is saying, we don't talk about economic situations. We never had economy before, world economic crisis. What does Daniel mean? Oh, so there's stabilization. Daniel, I understand.
As we stabilize, our economy is so stabilized. Even the current.
And this one is stabilized.
So much stabilized.
This one for Kenya.
For Kenya is the best economy in, I think, in the world. In Africa. No, in Africa is we are number 4. Best. The best.
This one for Kenya.
In SCT, we are the second best. In startups, we are number 3.
And in FR. Let's proceed. Cash remittance, when you remit, you credit the cash account. Remittance means like supermarket, what they have sold, they count the money, then they remit to head office. So you remove from the account. So remittance. Remittance, where's remittance? 28. 385. But me, I feel Kenya is always overrated. Then expenses paid, you credit. So expenses paid.
9,000.
9 and
3,000.
3. Then What else? Nothing. Can you go to note 2? Before closing, note 2. Cashworth 2 was transferred from Eldoret to Meru. So to Meru, from Eldoret, from LD to. Hey, but Daniel, why don't I don't agree with your sentiment, because there are so many Kenyans who have actually gone to South Sudan. And in fact, in Kenya, if someone hears they're going to South Sudan, they know they're going to come back with a lot of wealth. It is true. I have so many friends who went to South Sudan, and they're doing better than those people they left behind.
They're being paid dollars in South Sudan.
Oh. Okay. Is there anything remaining here? Nothing. We were given balance carried down. Balance carried down is how much? 1,500. So the balancing figure, because already you have opening and carried down, the balancing figure is cash what? Sales. Daniel, here in Kenya, Kenyans believe if they go to South Sudan, they will become very rich.
I think the thing is, Kenya is better than any country. So better be dying in Kenya.
Last week, when I saw people applying for green cards. And you wrote that you are single. Huh?
Yes.
Now, what do you think is good in the US?
I'm going there because I know I'm going to get a job, but I can't go somewhere school to agents. Agents takes me to that, but I can't.
How do you know there's a job?
Our friends.
Oh, if your friends,
we have to take it, but if not, you can't send it out.
Because you know, I was watching this thing. In the US, I saw somebody, they live in their cars. Very good, another job. Another, like out of the US, yes.
We have been a cousin of ours, a lady who went to US and she said it's going money by right. This is some part announces it's going to study masters. After the master's done, it's just came to ask for life is so hard.
She never got somewhere.
She got to crack the development of they know there, they don't care. They date you, they dump you, date you.
So what?
Yeah. So she got cracked.
And they are racist.
Yeah, in the solar system. Also, it was in New York.
Yeah. Where about the other?
It was in New York. So New York is so racist than any state. The billionaires. Yeah, this is going to go.
Where apart from where you live? What can you tell us? So Daniel is saying, now I think this thing, you know, today we are learning so many things. Daniel is saying, they don't understand what Kenyans do here to make money. Now again, Daniel, the opposite is the same. The Southern Sudanese who are in Kenya, they're living in good places than the Kenyans themselves. So we're also wondering how they are feeling very good. So the opposite is the same.
Same way the Somalis who are in Kenya live nice life. If you go to Somalia, they suffer, most of them suffer.
Even here, the Sudanese who are here living very well in estates which we can't even afford. And also Kenyans there are also living well. So Daniel, leave it to God, then we proceed with this one. So you're asking something. No, you know receivables, debtors, they gave us money. When debtors pay, debit the cash book, credit debtors. So that's what we did. We credited the account with receipts, then we are now debiting the cash book. You understood? Yes. So what balances are you getting? 17, 585, 14,015. Get Uliamka? Huh? So take it to stock account. So cash sales 17,585, then 14,015. Thank you. Now, can you close for me inventory account? Give me the balance carried down. Why are you threatening us? Eh? Why are you taking us in the video? Like these people, there are some people normally see Matata living nowhere. Are they normally live? I'm going to go forward. And this is like what Matata like that he's saying. So I look at this. So balance carried down. This is 27 to 50. This one is flat. Eh? Okay. We are going back to close markup account. So our last is markup account. So in markup account, what was remaining is the balance carried down. Balance carried down is the unrealized profit at the end. It is based on the closing stock. So the balances carried down in markup account, this one here, they will depend on this. So take 1/5 in markup account. Meru was 1/5. So 1/5 of this, then 1/4 of this. The balance is carried down. Can you do that? Once you have understood this, the rest will be your end. What do you get? A fifth of 27 to 50 comes to 54, 54.50, and the other one 37.50. So the balancing figure is the profit you realized. So balancing figure here is GP. GP is what? Gross profits realized. That is the balancing figure. Gross profit realized. Online gross profit realized, the balancing figure. You expected to realize this, but these ones have not been realized. So the difference is what you realized. So give me the balancing figure there, balancing figure there. That is it. The balance carried down for this one. Why are you sleeping? Can you tell her where? But I know you're not alone. The balance is carried down in the markup is based on the closing stock, which is this one here. So you take margin 1/5 of this and 1/4 of this. Sure. Once you have them there, you now get what you realized, which is the balancing figure. Don't leave this thing to go past 48 hours. You will forget everything. So go through it. But we have a class tomorrow. So tomorrow, by the time you have free time, I don't know free time coming from where. Do that September 2015, the question 2 in the handout, the second question in the handout. Then we'll do it tomorrow. It can take you only 10 minutes, 15 minutes or 20. So before you sleep today, those people who don't sleep at night, go through this, then try this one. You'll even find this one now to be easier compared to this. Then we compare notes tomorrow as we progress. Thank you. Have a good night. Maybe. Because online some of them are still copying. After like 5 minutes, you end. Like click and then end the meeting. So.
Hiyo time utapata tu nisaidia wametoa pistol.
Yes.
Unasema hivyo?